Hi Taurus, I hope you guys are all doing well. So let's see what's going on for December, the grand finale of 2022. Let's see what's going on in your cards. Obviously use your discernment when listening to anything on tarot or on YouTube. All right, let's get into this. I just want to pull a general spread first, and I think I'll do another spread about love separately. So let's just see what's going on in general in your lives, kind of the, the pulls in different directions, what we can expect, or what just kind of wants to come up to remind us to live a peaceful, balanced, harmonious, fulfilling, abundant life. Messages for Taurus, one flipping over. The Lovers. Messages for Taurus for December. Messages for Taurus. The Moon. Messages for Taurus, Three of Wands. Messages for Taurus, Seven of Pentacles. Central energy for Taurus, the Emperor. Messages for Taurus for December 2022. The Five of Wands. Messages for Taurus. Oops. Another Page of Wands. Not another. First page. Two more cards, please, for Taurus. The Two of Wands. Interesting. Okay, one more card for Taurus, please. The Artist. This is a beautiful story. Wow, the bottom of the deck is the Well, too. Definitely, it feels like a very optimistic energy about what is going on in your life. I know you guys have been, and myself included, I'm a Taurus sun, through a lot of changes in life, a lot of decision making, a lot of, the moon kind of dealing with illusions in our lives, what doesn't fit anymore, what needs to change, what is being taken away, what is coming to fruition. A lot of things have, it feels like moving parts that are kind of coming together to make sense, essentially, is what it's saying to me at the end here with the Artist and the Well. So starting off with the Lovers, this is Gemini energy, but this is, again, kind of a split in the road. And I feel like a lot of my readings have been talking about, really it's ascension. It's the split in consciousness. It's the split to kind of go the old way of doing things in our lives. Yes, it shows up that way, whether it's kind of going the same path where we live or our jobs, our relationships, or, with that moon's, right next to it, it's like imagining and dreaming kind of in the dark, not kind of seeing the path fully clear ahead. But there's this quiet contemplation with this card that I'm feeling. And again, it's bringing me back to the Lovers with, desiring this harmony. So a lot of things, again, that are disharmonious, that no longer kind of fit with your new, for lack of a better word, vibration, energy, feeling. Inevitably, over the last few years, it's been coming out. I can only, speak from experience, a lot of difficult, painful, beautiful changes. And it hasn't been easy, really. It hasn't been easy. It's definitely been this moon energy. It's like deception, smoke and mirrors is kind of what I'm feeling with this. And it's kind of made you quiet down and really, really get to the center of things within yourself, despite all of the chaos kind of going around, however it shows up or showed up in your life. The Three of Wands, though, this card, I know it's minor arcana, but it really pulled me. It really struck me when it came out. And it's this kind of revitalized passion. It's this, it's definitely a new direction, but I feel like the steps haven't quite been taken yet. And hence it's, again, right next to this moon card where the path hasn't fully revealed itself, but I feel like the internal guide feels very loud. It feels very certain. And it feels, despite, again, everything going on, it feels very hopeful. I hope that is your case. And that's the energy of the Three of Wands. This is somebody kind of looking to the future, waiting for their ships to come in. I actually feel very favorable energy for you this month. Despite the next card being the Seven of Pentacles, it's like a long, long wait, a lot of work, a lot of effort has been put in. This farmer has, tilled the ground, planted the seeds, waited the season, and still it's like nothing's come to fruit yet. So it's this kind of like in between energy that I feel here. And it's not feeling quite like the energy exchange is there. But I do feel like that's changing here. I mean, from my perspective, I mean, the energy of karma, I mean, you can explain this in many different ways, but to me, I mean, energy it can't be created nor destroyed. So if you kind of go along that string of thinking, everything that you've put out into the world, every effort, every, change, every little bit of alignment, I feel like it's kind of all coming together. I keep being drawn back to this artist and this well. It's kind of coming together and birthing this new experience, birthing this new path for you. And it's not easy, but the Emperor to me, I mean, speaking to your energy, this can be a male in your life, a father figure. You could be going through a lot of father issues. It doesn't need to be issues, but just kind of like, I feel like where you are from, maybe how you grew up. I feel like a lot of us learn a lot of lessons through father and mother experiences. There's something here about doing, though. I'm really drawn to the masculine energy of this, and this is of course Aries, but Aries has that fire. It's the doer. It's the. I mean, that's the masculine. It's the going after something that you want, the change that you want to see. And again, we're going back to this artist energy in the well. I mean, this is kind of reimagining a new future. So again, going along that thread of birthing a new consciousness, I mean, this is essentially the ascension that we're going through. It's happening. In my mind, it's not really an argument. It's to me, it just is. It's just kind of what's going on. And that's helped me make peace of a lot of the changes, things that, I mean, we all have a choice. Things that don't want to kind of evolve eventually just kind of fall away. And we're seeing that in the greater scope of the world right now. And I do think on the greater scope, going back to that thread, that there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of, I feel like drastic changes. I'm particularly drawn to like the financial sector. I mean, I've been talking about this for years. Again, this is Uranus and Taurus type of energy that, I mean, I'm not an astrologer, but it's bringing me to Saturn. I don't know, maybe somebody out there is an astrologer, can fill me in, but I'm seeing that energy. I'm seeing like a revisit is what it's showing me. It's like a revisit of something that's been in the spotlight for a long time. I actually feel like this plays out very favorably for you if you are investing in anything or waiting to invest in something about this, it feels like the patience is being rewarded. And I feel, some of you, this won't be for everybody, but I do feel that some investments could be very life-changing. And you might see the beginnings of this month, or you might see the actualization of it this month. I mean, we're seeing it with like the cryptocurrency stuff, a lot of founders going missing. I mean, it's just bizarre right now what's going on. You can see the dominoes kind of falling. And I know this can be scary, but it feels to me, and I'm bringing this up for you guys because you guys have been going through the most changes of, you, Scorpio, I'm bringing this up because I'm seeing such positive energy with these wands. I'm really drawn to the wands, the minor arcanas in these. And it's talking about the difficulty. And even him, he's kind of holding this wand with his backhoe or whatever it is. I'm being drawn to the difficulties, the dreaming, but the difficulty to get there, the effort being put in to get there, the kind of, I mean, this is the King of all kings. I mean, the wisdom to have the executionary abilities now. So if you've gone through like a lot of menial jobs that you just haven't loved, or you're waiting for the change, particularly in work, I feel like there's something here being birthed, and it feels like it could come from you. Like you could start your own business. That has been a theme for Tauruses for a long time. But you could actually start to do it. I feel like there's been a lot of imagining of it, or just like creating the mental space for it, and not actually having that fire to kind of go after it, if that makes sense. There's been no actualization of it in a real meaningful way where you can kind of quit everything and focus all of your energy on that. And if you have, wonderful, you're ahead of the curve. But I'm seeing the energy of like waiting for something to come in, waiting for like that trigger to happen here. The artist here, this is somebody dreaming a beautiful dream for themselves, and knowing at the core of their being that it's possible, it's available to you. This is your reading. And the well, to me, I mean, to me, this is the overarching theme. And I'm always in this card drawn to the smoke. It's talking about kind of clearing the old stuff. I think at the beginning of this year, I was talking about this is the year to kind of go in, thinking of the spiritual house as an actual house, and kind of cleaning out the cobwebs. You've already done all the heavy lifting, taking the boxes out. It's been more of like spring cleaning, where it's like getting the cobwebs out. And it's like the last bits of anything kind of holding you back, and kind of coming to this real, true, deep-seated aha moment for you to kind of make the changes in your life. And it's like everything kind of coming together. It's really beautiful. The central energy, though, this fire energy really tells me that there's space that needs to be made to actually implement. And this can be the hardest part for a Taurus. So if we think of the story of the zodiac, right? The Aries is the baby. And when I think of the baby or the toddler, it doesn't have a filter. It just goes after what it wants. But it's also that fire energy. It's the implementer. Taurus is the follow through. So I'm seeing that need for that fire to kind of go into this new path that you've been thinking about, that has had these blocks. These, like, maybe it won't happen. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it won't work out. Maybe I shouldn't go after it. And it's inviting you to go after it. Make the space and time for yourself in your life to take a risk, to take a chance. What better way to kind of end the year already starting this, already implementing this in some sort of way. So when the new year comes, it's like we're off and running here. Beautiful. Okay, let's go into relationship, because I know a lot of people come to tarot for relationships, and that's important as well. Let's see what's going on for the sign of Taurus in relationships for the month of December, the year finale, relationships. What's going on? I'll try to interpret it for both of those of you that are already in connections, or those of you who are single. It's just the general love relationship energy, so bear with me. And of course, if you have personal questions specific to your life, I'm happy to still do readings. I'm not sure how much longer I'll have my calendar so wide open, but for now it's open. And as you guys know, I haven't changed my prices in years. I get so many people, so lovely. This channel is so supportive. It's like, why are those your prices? But thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right. Messages for Taurus in love. Messages for Taurus in love. What's going on in the energy of the heart for Tauruses this month, end of the year? How are they closing out this year? I feel like the first few, like now even, I don't know what, again, I'm not an astrologer, but I feel, the first 2 weeks or so, it feels very favorable to especially meet new people or to kind of reaffirm the harmony within your current relationships. But let's see. Queen of Pentacles again. Queen of Pentacles, I always think very calm, cool, collected. Again, this is Taurus energy as well. But it's a focus on the home. It's a focus on like long-term, what I want to invest in a relationship. So I really feel like I'm reading for people, even if you're single or in a relationship, that it's like looking at it from the perspective of, am I going to want to be here or want to invest in this person long term? You're looking for long-term success, essentially, is what it's saying. This is the mother energy as well, thinking about like, would I have children with this person? Would I, how am I going about this situation? Six of Swords, leaving behind, the turbulence and I mean, this is in the mind in regards to love. So if there's been conflict, gosh, this is beautiful. Look at this, the Lovers. Let me get all the cards out. Wow, beautiful. Very watery, earthy. Again, we have Gemini here, Two of Cups. Look at this, beautiful cards for love, for relationship energy. Justice. Oof. Beautiful. And the Chariot. Okay, so some of you guys, now we have the bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Regardless if you're male or female, you're bringing in like this very, it's very soft and sweet, yet I get very masculine. And again, I'm saying this, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It feels like this is somebody that is a doer. I feel like they're very complimenting of your energy. It's kind of like a perfect key that kind of unlocks things for you in regards to, I feel like, your dreams and like the path that you want to go down. Especially if it's like maybe your dream is just to be a mother. That's a fantastic dream. That's, one of the greatest honors there are in existence, right? So some of you, I feel like there's somebody coming in that, again, they feel very gentle, subtle, but also very like take charge. They feel very, I feel I'm getting like sure of themselves, but I also get like very wise, very, it's interesting. This person, to me, it feels like they have gone through a period in their life that has been quite tumultuous internally. And I feel like they're finally at a place in their life where they want to change. They want to have a different experience. So maybe you have had tumultuous times together, but I'm seeing like somebody actually seeing the point of it all. I mean, that's showing up as love, equal give and take, somebody that has gone through, what they don't want essentially in a partnership. I'm seeing like investment here though, investment in each other, investment in the harmony in this relationship. I'm seeing people actually putting in the work. This feels like a really good human being. I love that they're showing up as the Emperor. I mean, this is wise. I feel like this is somebody that can kind of do anything that they put their mind to, including a happy, harmonious relationship. But I keep getting there's a way to kind of figure out who this is, and this is somebody that compliments you in regards to going after and taking charge of your life and whatever that dream is or whatever that end goal is. So be very upfront and honest and be willing to, Tauruses, I'm getting, express exactly what you want. Especially if you're in a relationship and you're coming to a tarot reading looking for changes, express exactly what you want. Nip things in the bud very early on. When people say stuff, believe them, Like, I'm not looking for this. Believe them, then move along. This is something that is slow to open up. Even if you're already in a relationship, it feels like it goes at a slower pace. And it feels like it's needed because I'm being drawn to your heart. I don't know if it's been broken before, but I feel like there's a softness and a fragility to it and a sweetness to it, that I feel like is honored and seen in this person. I'm seeing somebody taking stock of the reality of the situation in a very caring way. I'm really drawn to this. Even though there's this Aries, Gemini, I'm getting earthy energy. I'm really drawn to the center of this reading, where there's water. I know it's minor arcana, but I'm really drawn to this water element, whether it's a lesser aspect of their chart. I'm really drawn to this care that they take, the awareness that they have when it comes to matters of the heart. I don't feel like this person's wanting to rush, but I do feel when it comes to like projects together or common goals, there is a take charge, and I feel like you do really well with this because you have the follow through. So they may be missing this. That might be why this is coming up, but there's some very harmonious aspect of this relationship where I feel like dreams could really, really come true. I'm not just saying that. Even as I'm talking, I'm seeing in my mind's eye the last two cards of the last reading, the artist and the well. And this person can play a vital role in this. You don't have to do everything on your own. You don't have to be independent. And this can be part of the Seven of Swords, moving away from that place. It worked for a while, but now it's kind of like this softening and letting this harmonious play. It's like being able to focus on the things that I feel like you're good at giving to any type of situation, whether it's the heart or to projects together. It's a very healing energy for you this month. It feels like even though I'm getting this very masculine energy again, I feel like for you, I'm being drawn to this being your energy, being very receptive, very like just holding space, essentially, letting things come towards you, not pushing for anything too hard. It's just kind of this allowing energy. I think it's a wonderful time to kind of take stock of the year, of all of the progress that you've made, all of the changes that you've made, all of the showing up that you've done. Because it's telling me, look at these beautiful cards. Two of Cups, Justice, and the Chariot. This to me, Justice talking about, again, going along that thread of energy can't be, created or destroyed. It all comes back. It all evens out in the end, whether you believe that or not. To me, it just is. And I've seen it show up in weird ways in my life, in miraculous ways in my life. Just things kind of plopping into my lap. I'm like, where did this come from? Thank you, but where on earth? How did this find its way to me? And the Chariots. I feel like some people looking at this, I feel like it's been like really patiently waiting. Those of you that have been single for a long time, patiently waiting, I'm seeing that coming in. It's definitely an offer, and it feels like it speaks your love language. It's more, yes, there's the emotion of the heart, but it feels like it's like, this is what I want. I want X, Y, and Z, and it kind of fits perfectly. Again, it's this key that opens this locked door for you of experiences that you have been, I feel, longing to have. And you take it slow and you get to know each other. And it's like, again, the Justice card, this is, again, this is Libra energy. I didn't mention that before. We also have Cancer. I'm just getting so much harmony in this reading, both of your readings. The Chariot is moving forward. Usually in the background of the Chariot is like a kingdom, like, brick buildings and an old city. to me, it kind of speaks to like the metaphor of the matrix, kind of exiting it. Whenever I think of, like, I used to live in New York City, I think of that as kind of my old matrix. It was like, you know, very rigid, very different way of thinking. I thought differently then. I was a totally different person then, not to harp on New York City, but for me, that was my metaphor. I feel like there's a new journey to be embarked on, a new experience, even if you're staying in the same place. And you'll gladly take it, gladly open to change, gladly open to the mysteries that are ahead of you, because I'm seeing it's time to move on. It's time to move on. You've been thinking about it, and now something's coming in, and we're doing it. And it's inviting you, those of you that are still here watching, to have the eyes to see it when it comes in and to just say yes. When it feels right, just say yes. Doesn't have to be full of explosive, like, you know, breakup and makeup. And no, it can be harmonious, and you can build from there. If you're looking for something explosive, you know, find somewhere within yourself that is looking for that disharmony. And it's talking about moving away from it. Choppy waters of your life, going to new land, going to a new experience. Sorry, I feel like I'm repeating myself now at this point. All right, let's get an oracle card. Why not? Let's get an oracle card for Taurus. Let's go with the Earth Warriors this time. One message for the sign of Taurus that would be helpful to hear for December, end of the year. What's going on for Taurus? Amaru, the beautiful place. Oh, how lovely is this card to show up? I mean, there's unicorns there. We see the volcano erupting in the background. It's happening in Hawaii right now. All right, let's read this. It says, your dreams of a more beautiful world are not a product of childish fantasy nor idle imagination. They are true spiritual visions inspired by the universal heart that yearns for divine paradise to be manifested in all worlds. You have a life purpose to assist in the creation of divine harmony in the world. Through sacred activism and the expression of your soul talents, believe that the beautiful world you long for is not only possible, but part of your spiritual responsibility to create. In a reading, it says, don't be scared to face a problem head on. You don't need to be willful about a solution, but in facing the issue, you shall simplify the complexity and recognize the practical steps that will create healing change. Keep your mind and heart open as you ask for unconditionally loving guidance as to how you best evoke divine healing in any situation. There is an outcome available to you that is far more beautiful and divinely inspired than what you can currently envision. Ask for divine help and trust unconditionally in the assistance that will lead you away from the limitations of your current thinking into the perfection of what the divine wishes for you and our world. Spiritual guidance. It has been said that the peace is not merely the absence of war. Earth warriors understand that we need to fight for peace in this world, using our strength, courage, creativity, intelligence, and will to continually align with peaceful presence within. Saboteurs will want you to believe that peace is passive, that it involves denial or detachment from the world, that it isn't relevant, practical, or helpful, or doesn't create change, and that to rest in peace in some sort of unhealthy spiritual indulgence. They will try to convince you of these lies in order to keep you from ascending this powerful weapon against hate. A human being with peace in their heart sees more clearly, is more willing, able, and effective in acting on their spiritual guidance, bringing a genuine and potent healing effect into the world. Such humans are harder to manipulate, distract, and to disempower. Amaru is a term used by the First Peoples of Australia to express the concept of paradise. In Aboriginal cultures, there are said to be song lines that follow sacred pathways stretching across the land. Each song line conveys a particular story through its song, and the language and interpretation of stories shared in each song line is unique. It takes contributions from all of the many and varied groups within Aboriginal culture for the assembling of the song lines into a coherent whole to be possible. The song lines could only be understood in their entirety by an individual if that person spoke all the languages and understood all the cultural nuances encoded in its length. The wisdom of the song lines can be instructive for the Amaru dreamers that we are, the ones who are passionate about creating paradise for all on earth. No one person can accomplish this on their own. If we work together, educating, encouraging, inspiring, and helping each other, not only on a personal level and spiritually, but with intelligent connection that allows for interdisciplinary and intercultural conversations, we can, as a whole, learn from the sacred pathways of the earth. We can work with her to manifest a human culture that enhances and expresses her divine wisdom and beauty. We can each do our part together. We need inspired individuals who will engage with each other for our better and more beautiful world to continue to be birthed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm not going to read the entirety of this, but you can look it up. It's the Earth Warriors Oracle, number 26, Amaru. It's a beautiful card. I think this is definitely very, very potent for Tauruses who have been reconfiguring their entire life to figure out their true purpose, to figure out why we're here, to question everything. It all leads to something. It all leads to these volcanoes. Change. It's now. Beautiful card. But the beautiful place is within. All right, Taurus, I'm going to end it here. This is a beautiful reading. I'm glad I did it tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful December. Thank you guys for all of your support this year. I know I haven't been super consistent, but I love that I have this platform and I can pop in every now and then when I feel inspired to do so. I know I'm not rigid and regimented in my readings, but I love to show up every once in a while when I feel called. So I appreciate all of your love and support. It truly means the world to me. And you guys have changed my life in many ways, learning through you, through your readings, through your personal readings, through your comments. It's been an honor. So, all right, I hope you have a wonderful December. Take care, Taurus.